Hey ladies, it's me, Chrissy, as you know, and I'm back here for my 35-week pregnancy vlog update on the twins and I. So I guess I'll go ahead and get started. This is the third time I try to do this video, and people keep calling me, and I just can't get it done today. So let's just try to get this done before all the kids wake up. So I'll jump right into it. I'm not going to do symptoms and emotions this week. Well, I guess I can quickly go over it. Basically the same thing. I've been feeling the same way. I'm not really, as overwhelmed and stuff. I don't feel that big, whew, it's gone. But I am still like easily triggered, and I don't really have a lot of patience for anything. And if I feel like you're not being like super genuinely nice to me, I'm ready to like slap the shit out of you, because I just am not in the mood for attitude these last few weeks. Symptoms, basically still the tailbone pain that's not going to go away. The twins are like way up here now, so they're like right up under ribs or lungs or whatever you want to call it. So that's uncomfortable. It's hard to breathe. It's hard to sit. And I constantly am tossing and turning at night. Now, because I have the tailbone pain, I can't even, it's hard to flip from side to side. So it doesn't take, I can't toss real quick. I have to like sit up and like take the pillow from one side to the other, tuck it under, flip. It just takes forever. And so that breaks my sleep like a lot. And so I'm waking up exhausted. So I'm tired. Don't go very many places. I don't like that it's hot. So I stay in the house unless I have a doctor's appointment or something that I really need to do. Or I go out like early in the morning or like in the evening when it's starting to cool off. And I'm like talking 7, 6 when it's really, because it stays light late. So I'm like later. Because I was out yesterday and I just didn't appreciate the fact that I was in the sun like that. Okay, so anyway, I guess I'll get into my, one more note. They finally scheduled my induction date, so I know for a fact that if I don't go into labor naturally on my own, that I'm going to be going in the 26th at 8 a.m. to have my twins. So that is exciting to actually have a date in my calendar and a time. It's already scheduled, knowing that's the day I'm going. Everything's packed and ready. I'm just ready to go. I forgot to get the stuff. I wanted to show you guys the stuff that I did not add into my labor and delivery bag for me, and show you guys what I actually put together, but I'll do it in another video because it's inside and I don't feel like getting up. So yes, the 26th at 8 a.m. these twins are going to come out. I don't know if they're going to come out on the 26th, but they will be getting ready to come out if they don't come out by themselves by then. So that's exciting. Yay. So I'll get into my appointments. Yesterday, this is kind of long, so I'm going to try to cut it short, but we'll see. Yesterday I went for an OB appointment and an NST appointment. My OB appointment was like, my OB appointment was first. And so I went in, and my midwife kind of was like, asking me the normal questions, feeling babies move, and then she's like, well, do you have any water leakage? And I was like, well, and I've told you guys this, I think, in another video, and I was like, well, I'm having this liquid, or this leakage that's coming out, and I'm not sure whether it's, I want to say bladder, but from my bladder, like pee, or if it's from my water leaking. And, I explained it to her, and she was like, well, it could be, but, and then I told her, I was like, well, my last ultrasound, they said baby A's water was low, which I told you guys as well. I said baby A's water was lower than it had been, but not like dangerously low to where they were super concerned. So, she's like, okay, well, let me look. She looked in her file over my last ultrasound. She's like, okay, it measured 2.5 or something like that centimeters, which I think is how they measure it. And then the ultrasound before that, it was like 3 point something. So that does show a decrease. And with me having the leakage, I was like, where is it going? It has to be that leakage that I'm getting has to be from that. So she's like, well, you have to go over to the hospital for an NST appointment anyway. I'll call over and make sure they do an amnesia test on you so that we can really figure out what's going on. So anyway, she does an ultrasound on me just to figure out, no measurements or anything. She just wanted to figure out where the babies were placed in my belly so she could find their heartbeats easier with the Doppler and to make sure that they're still head down. So, sorry, this is a lot. So, she does that, and she looked at baby's water, and she said, well, she's got a good pocket of water. She didn't measure it or anything. She's like, I'm not going to measure it or anything. She's like, I just want to, you know, show you. She's got a good pocket of water, but, you know, nothing dangerous, and yada yada. So she finds their placement. She does their Doppler rates. Their heart rates were 145 and 142 or something like that, 140 and 145. And she's like, okay, you know, we'll see you in a week. So I'll be back there next week. And so she's like, go over to the hospital and whatever. So I get there, you know, all the nurses love me. They all know me. They treat me like a superstar, which I'm a Leo. So naturally, I love to be treated like royalty. So they're really nice and they treat me good. So, you know, I love going there. I go, and my nurse that day was like, she said, you know, whatever. She's like, well, if your water is leaking, we'll start you on antibiotics. We're going to go ahead and start you, and you're just going to have these babies. And I was like, seriously? Like, don't get me excited like that. So, but she's like, well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So she hooks me up to start my NST monitoring. Babies are doing good. They're kicking around. She's already starting to, you know, see the reactive, whatever she needs to see. And then she does the amnisure test. The amnisure test comes back negative, which means there's no fluid in my cervix that the test could detect. But the problem I find with that is that at that time, like, I didn't have any real leakage. So I'm like, will that test know, you know, will there always be, if I'm having spurts of fluid and not a steady stream and not anything current, will that test still pick it up? You know what I mean? If there's nothing in my cervix at that time because I haven't had any active leakage, will the test pick it up? And she said, you know, it should. But so when it came back negative, I was really like confused. Clearly her water is going somewhere because there's a difference. So I don't know. My nurse there said, you know, just keep an eye on it. If you can't stop it when it's coming out, then it's not your urine, it's water. She's like, or if it turns into a steady stream or anything like that, stuff I already know. But then she's like, you know, ask at your next ultrasound for them to measure her again. At the same time, she told me, you know, babies are constantly renewing their amniotic fluid. So even when your water breaks, which I didn't know, your body's still renewing its water. So you should never run out. You know what I mean? Your baby shouldn't run out like to that extent. So I guess if she is running out, it's only by like point something. You know what I mean? Or it's not a super amount, but still at the same time, I have monodi twins and they're considered high risk. So I don't take that lightly. I don't want her losing any water. And if she's losing water, I need to know because I want them to take her out, you know, because I'm just cautious, especially at this stage in the game where, you know, they start talking about placenta degradation or whatever it's called, degeneration and all that other stuff. So, with that being said, everything seems okay for now. I'm still keeping an eye on it. I haven't really had any leakage like that since yesterday, so I'm okay. I'm getting lots of Braxton Hicks contractions still. Nothing that really is painful. Just stuff that's like, ooh, I'm getting a contraction. Still been drinking a lot of water. I've been drinking like 4 to 5. I've been trying to drink 4 to 5 of those 28-ounce cups that I showed you, which they said I should be doing to stay really hydrated, which is easy because I'm always thirsty. So I think that's about it. So I have 2 appointments, actually, well, besides my NSTs, which you guys know I have twice a week. I have ultrasound next week and also another OB appointment next week. So I'm gonna stay on top of this water thing and keep you guys updated. But if all is well with the twins and nothing else happens or goes wrong, we'll be having them 26 weeks and I'll be 37 weeks on the 26th, which is in like 2 weeks. So I'm really, really excited, knowing that if everything's fine, they're still coming out soon. I think that's all. I'm tired of talking. I'm out of breath. So I'm going to go ahead and do a belly shot, and I'm going to get out of here for this week, and I'll see you guys next week. Oh, also, my baby registry is still up, and I'm not going to have a baby shower this time around. So if you guys want to go ahead and still check it out and buy whatever's left on there, I have a lot of stuff. Not a lot, but I have a lot of things that I've got some things that people have already bought, but I'd like to clear it up and get everything that I want. So if you guys want to take a look and grab what's left, please do. And here is my belly shot for this week. This chair, it's in my way this time. See, I told you guys these braids are super long. Okay, so this is 35 weeks and 0 days with the twins. Hold on, that chair is just in the way. That's better. Yeah, pretty big there. Front shot. It's hard to see when I have black shirts on. Okay guys, I'll see you next video.